Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Orvie3 MW3 bringing you another Advice with Orvie, and this time we're gonna jump right into it because I got some good questions. Just remember to send me more questions. I'm running a little low, and I love keeping this series going. So send me anything you have. It can be advice, questions about me personally, questions about sports, anything you want. Anything you want to hear me talk about, send me questions about it. All right, so let's go to the very first question, and it is, let me find her here. Okay, the very first question is, I'm thinking about trying MMA. I'm not very good at any sports at all. I was in football for a while, but I wasn't good enough. I'm in 9th grade and I'm fit, just not especially good at anything, which I hate. But Woody's gamertag got me into watching Joe Lozon, and I think MMA is really cool because it's not just striking or just wrestling, but it's a mix of other elements inside. I live in a small town around 1,200 people, and I'm not sure if I could receive proper training. However, I think it would still be a great experience, as I have a lot of things I could use worked out. And he says a lot of other nice things about my channel, so thank you. Thanks for the compliments. I don't have a lot of experience with MMA myself. What I can tell you is I've done a lot of other things sort of like that. My granddad was a boxing coach. My dad boxed a little bit, and I did a little bit too. So I'm going to kind of go off of that. Hopefully that'll be good enough for you. As far as jumping into it, if you're interested in it and you want to, then yeah, go for it. I would kind of, if you're just wanting to do it as sort of a release, as opposed to actually getting into it because you want to actually fight competitively, then there may be other options for you that you might like a little better. With any of the fighting sports, boxing, MMA, all that, it's a lot of training, a lot of cardio, a lot of strength training, and then you've learned how to strike, how to grapple, and all that stuff as well. But it's a ton of work, just like any sport is when you start getting into the higher levels of it. So if you're not super interested in actually fighting people and getting into the ring, which I wasn't, even though I loved training for boxing and all that, I never really had the drive to actually want to fight anybody. What I would recommend is maybe looking more into just working out. That's not a super popular thing for most people. They just don't know about it until usually later in their lives, about my age. But I love the training aspect, so that's really what got me into lifting weights, bodybuilding type of stuff. You don't have to get into, just to lift weights, you don't have to get in there and try and look like Arnold Schwarzenegger and be all steroided up and crazy. There's a ton of other things to do. Now, if you are super interested in the MMA side, then yeah, I'd say go for it. Don't worry so much about how small your town is. Yeah, you may not find like the best gym in the world to learn, but there's probably someone around that can teach you stuff. If you want to get kind of an idea, most of the other like workout lifting type gyms will have kickboxing classes, self-defense classes, things like that. You might take a couple of those and see if you actually do want to keep going, because one thing is, it's a contact, super duper contact type thing, and you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get popped in the nose. It's gonna hurt. Getting punched never feels good, no matter what you're wearing or how it happens. So that's the only really thing I'd say about that. If you're not super interested in actually fighting or anything like that, you might want to look into something else, like weightlifting or just anything. Archery is another thing. I've been doing that since I was 2. My dad owns an archery shop, and you don't have to be 6'4", 220 to be good at archery. You can be any size, and it's an awesome deal. I'll have a video up about it, me shooting my bow and a few other things, where I'll talk more. So keep looking for that. But if it's just a matter of you wanting to get into MMA, yeah, go for it. Talk to your parents about it, and see kind of what's around you and all that. But as far as doing it as a hobby, yeah, I mean that's awesome. The second question, if I didn't screw them all up over here, is, hey, I always seem to struggle with the fact that I never get good responses from my videos as a fellow YouTuber. How did you deal with the minimum to no feedback on videos? Because sometimes when I get into putting in a good number of videos in a row, I get no response, and it honestly makes me pretty upset. I feel your pain, and that is a super hard question, and that is probably the main reason that YouTube channels don't make it or don't last. People give up. and don't give up. Especially to this person I'm talking to right here that asked this question. I won't say who you are, but you make good quality stuff, so don't quit unless you just want to. When you make quality stuff, eventually it will come around, and usually, like I said, the beginning is the very hardest part. Dealing with it's tough, and even myself, like I said, I'm around 1,200 subs right now, and I make videos. My Call of Duty videos get around 100 to 300 views usually. But when I try and do other stuff, like I really wanted to get into doing more live comm walkthrough type stuff, let's plays, and they don't get views. I had an Assassin's Creed video that got 5 views, basically 5 views. I mean, that's awful. And it really just, I mean, I'm about to probably quit my Mass Effect walkthrough because people just don't want to watch it. And it's hard, but just don't give up. Keep making quality stuff. You know, keep trying to do more things to get people to your channel. That's the main deal. You know, get on Twitter, get on Facebook, try and get those numbers of people up as much as you can, and just keep telling people about your stuff. Keep trying to get other YouTubers to help you if you can. You know, don't be a jerk about it and spam them, but you know, try and get yourself a network figured out. And I'll keep trying to help you out because you do deserve more views. So head up. Hopefully that'll help, and hopefully that answers your question a little bit. Third question is, okay, and it wouldn't be an advice with Orvie segment if we didn't have a question about girls, right? Okay, so there's this girl that I like, and I know for a fact she likes me. I'm planning on asking her out, but my problem is my last relationship about a month ago, I think he's meant month, it was really awkward between us, and it was hard for me to talk to her except on Facebook. So I know my question. So my question is, how do I make things less awkward? That is the $1,000,000 question. I'm 24 years old. I've had quite a few girlfriends, dated a lot of girls, and that first, depending on the girl, the first maybe couple months is usually still awkward. It's just tough. Two people when you're trying to get together like that, it's just weird because you usually don't know each other that well. There are a few tips and tricks to doing that. The main thing that will actually get you past all this is just practice. And it doesn't have to be practice with, you don't have to have a bunch of girlfriends to get better at talking to girls. The truth is, you know, just talking to other people, other guys, other girls in a friend setting will help you get better in the other setting as well. So it's just practice, keep working on it, keep talking to people, don't be shy. But some things that you can do that will help in the actual dating type thing is, there's a lot, but one of the ones that will probably help you the most is to find out about them. Ask them questions. The more that you ask questions, the less you actually have to talk, which is nice. It also gives you more stuff about them that you'll know and more things to talk about. Try to plan. You don't want to sound scripted when you're talking to people. If you know, don't write down 10 questions and then just read them off of your palm when you're trying to talk to them. But think ahead of time. Like if you know you're going to hang out, or if you know you're going to talk to her on the phone or something like that, think of a few things to talk about before, and that'll usually keep things rolling a little bit. Plan it out a little. But also, if you know her friends, or if you just happen to know some things about her, like say, you know, whatever, find out she's really into gymnastics. Well, then go and research gymnastics a little bit. You know, don't be creepy about it, but, you know, go learn a little bit about things that they're passionate about, and then ask them about that, because that's the best way to get other people to quit being awkward as well, is to talk to them about what they really care about, what they're passionate about. That'll get them talking, because if they're passionate about it, they probably want to talk about it. And a lot of people, you know, probably don't listen to them about it. So that's the best thing. Get them talking about what they care about, and you'll probably have a better chance of making things seem a little less weird and awkward. So hopefully that was a good answer to your questions. You guys keep sending me questions. I love answering them, and that's really about it. I'll catch you guys next time.